This is what cancer drugs that are not approved for use in the U.S. look like. Foreign labels, no stamp of approval from the Federal Food and Drug Administration. They're illegal for doctors in the U.S. to prescribe.
It could be deadly. It could be fatal.
This person, who asked to be disguised, works at a medical clinic that purchased unapproved foreign cancer medications for years. When the drugs come through, do you see them actually with foreign writing on the packages?
We have.
In what countries?
Turkey, Germany, German language on the package. And it was questioned and told that everything was fine, that these were the exact same drugs. But they weren't the exact same drugs. And we've learned the federal government has now identified at least 79 U.S. medical practices that purchase drugs from foreign or unlicensed suppliers. The FDA says the medical practices put patients at risk by exposing them to drugs that could have been fake, contaminated, ineffective, and dangerous. Here's what they are talking about. Last year, vials of the cancer drug Avastin began popping up in U.S. clinics. It turned out the vials were fake and had no Avastin in them at all. When we investigated, we found the fake Avastin was sold by companies in Barbados, the UK, Denmark, Switzerland, and a company in this building in a gritty neighborhood outside Cairo, Egypt. This is exactly why it's against the law to import drugs the FDA has not approved. Marvin Shepard is president of the Partnership for Safe Medicines, the leading national group fighting counterfeit drugs.
The doctors should not be buying unapproved foreign medications, and they know it too. I mean, quite often in the Avastin case, one side of the label was in French and the other side of the packaging was in Arabic. I mean, that's not an approved label by FDA. It was an unapproved product.
The clinic employee says the motivating factor is money. Foreign drugs are cheaper than U.S. drugs. For example, a European version of Avastin could be as much as $600 less than the average U.S. manufacturer's price.
People these days will do anything to make a buck, and they don't care about the people who are sick and dying.
The FDA says one of the clinics that purchased unapproved drugs is in this building in Johnson City, Tennessee. According to court records, FDA investigators found some cancer drugs at the clinic last year were either misbranded or unapproved for use in the U.S. The owner of the clinic, Dr. William Kincaide, declined our request for an interview, so we went to his home in Johnson City. Hi, I'm Armin Katayan from CBS News. The person at the door asked us to leave. Okay, thank you very much. In a written statement, Dr. Kincaide's clinic said it did nothing wrong, and because the issue is currently under review by the FDA, the clinic will defer further comment on the matter. What's still unknown is how many patients nationwide received unapproved foreign cancer drugs from their doctors, and the FDA won't say if any doctors have been charged. Are you frightened for the patients?
Yes, I've seen when patients suffer. They suffer enough when they get diagnosed, when they're initially told that they have cancer. This adds a level of anxiety now, and I don't think any patient should be forced to deal with that.
Armin's joining us now. Armin, what's being done about this?
Well, some good things, Scott. Both the House and the Senate recently passed bills that will broadly expand the FDA's power to inspect these foreign manufacturing sites. In addition, these bills are going to dramatically increase potential penalties for counterfeiting drugs from what is now 3 years in prison to a maximum of 20 years in prison. And these two bills will go into law sometime this fall.
Fascinating reporting, Armin. Thank you. To see all of Armin's reporting on phony prescription drugs from overseas, go to our website, cbsnews.com.